Hello everyone, my name is Vikram Anand and this presentation is about understanding the superconscious mind. We know there are two levels of consciousness. One is the conscious level, wherein the thoughts and the actions that are performed are when we are fully awake. Basically, we know what we are thinking, what we are doing. Next is the subconscious level. These are basically the uh, back end hardwired thoughts, which leads to our involuntary actions, our habits, and the dreams that we see when we are asleep. Apart from that, there is a third level of consciousness where we tend to think beyond our normal level. This is called the superconscious level or the superconscious mind. Let us understand what it is. At superconscious level, the possibility as well as the probability of creating anything and everything that can be conceived with the mind are infinite. It exists as an infinite field of potential, which knows no boundaries or limitations. Within itself, it contains every probability from the infinitely large to the infinitely small. It encompasses all things from the macroscopic to the microscopic and beyond. It comprises of all things physical and those that are non-physical. So let us understand what really comprises of the superconscious mind. As I said, it's an infinite field of potential wherein is stored anything that has ever happened or been created in the past, everything which is currently being created, or whatever may be created at some point of time in the future. So it's like a master memory of the universe, wherein is recorded all the events right from the conception stage of the universe to the infinite point of time in the future and everything that's in between. So it encompasses all probabilities, both the seen as well as the unseen. So let us understand the connection between this conscious and superconscious minds. Whatever can be conceptualized, whether physical or otherwise, already exists within the superconscious mind as an already existing fact and only requires a correct and consistent focus of the conscious mind to make it a reality. Sounds a bit complicated, right? Oh, no problems. I'll make you understand. And on the emotional side, right, the superconscious mind contains every conceivable feeling such as love, peace, joy, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self control, as well as the negative feelings like fear, doubt, worry, sadness, turmoil, anger, greed, etc. Which of these that you choose to experience and place consistent focus on through your individual consciousness will manifest and be experienced in physical form. So, superconscious mind is all in all of everything that is conceivable. Now, let us first understand the dimension of the superconscious mind to uh, help you realize the extent or the scope of its dimensions. Superconscious mind is not just restricted to you, but it encompasses everything around you. That means it's it's not. Don't think that you are the superconscious mind is a part of you. In fact, your both conscious and subconscious minds are parts of superconscious mind. And so is the case with your friends and everyone around you and every living organism that is inhabiting the earth. So when you think from the dimension of superconscious mind, you are at a level to think and feel how your thoughts are going to affect your environment. To sum up, your conscious and subconscious mind, as well as the collective consciousness of everyone around you, is infused with and an integral part of this same superconscious mind. As a metaphor, you can say that superconscious mind is an ocean, and uh, every individual's conscious and subconscious mind collectively like are like a drops in the ocean that make up the ocean. So, what really differentiates individual and superconsciousness is it's your individual ability to think, feel, and act in ways that you choose individually is determining precisely what you are choosing to draw from the superconscious mind. It is this choice that determines each of the events, conditions, and circumstances in your life and collectively make up your life experience. So, simply speaking, your individual consciousness, subconsciousness, also of those around you, are the subsets of one entity called superconscious mind. I hope things are getting clearer to you. So, what I'm trying to present is see, all the events which are happening in your life and as well as in the lives of the others are basically because of the choices they are making. Choices to draw from the superconscious state of mind. And these events have already been registered in the memory of the superconscious mind. The probability, rather, the probability of occurrence of these events, which have already happened, which are occurring, and which would be occurring in your life, thus are already registered or hardwired in the superconscious mind. It is up to you what you uh, choose to do with it. So you exist as an individual, yet an integral part of the whole superconscious mind, which has been provided with who has been provided with the inalienable right of free will to choose for yourself what is it that you will draw from this infinite field of potentiality. Right. Now the next question comes, how do I make this choice? Well, it depends on how you perceive your reality. So reality is not what you see, is reality is what you perceive, and your perception is forming up to become your reality. Then you need to be consciously aware of the choices that are available to you, right? There are multiple choices, each one faces multiple choices, and it is the choice that you or me or anyone else on the planet makes that determine their reality, or what's happening in their lives, or what can happen in their lives in the future. Next is the consciously you need to transcend the limitations of the five physical senses of sight, hearing, touch, smell, and speech. Next is you need to understand that everything, both seen and unseen, and every possibility already exists within the superconscious mind. Right? So there is a possibility for you to do anything and everything on this earth. Those possibilities, probabilities are already there. Now, it's a choice that you make which really materializes into your reality. Let's look at a few examples to make the things clearer. See, around us we find so many things like car, plane, telephone, computers, etc. Have you ever wondered where were they before they began to exist? They were already there in superconscious mind. Their creators, for example, Henry Ford in case of car, Wright brothers in case of plane, Alexander Bell in case of telephone, and so on and so forth. Right? They had the imagination, or what might be referred to as a vision, a heightened level of thinking at superconscious level that these seemingly impossible things could be a physical reality. Around 100 years back, nobody would have thought of, going intercontinental in few hours, traveling in a gadget called as aeroplane. Nobody would have imagined, traveling more than the speed of light. Nobody would have imagined having machines like computers, which uh, does trillions of calculations in few seconds. But those things are reality today. So where were they some 100 years back? Where was a mobile phone, which makes our life so convenient today? Around maybe some 20 years back, 20, 25 years back. They were already existing, but at the superconscious level. Now it took efforts from the visionaries who made these things happen to make a choice of extracting these things from the superconscious level and working upon it and putting them on a realistic frame so that you, me, and everyone else in today's contemporary world are experiencing the benefits out of them. So you see, all the modern day creations that have been materialized from the originally held thought, idea, or conceptualization are from the infinite field of potential, that is the superconscious mind. Now, here comes an important aspect, that is monitoring the quality of your conscious level. Number one thing that you need to believe is everything that you are experiencing is a result of what you think and believe that it will be. It is what you choose to conceptualize and think about most often that makes them real and right and true for you. It's also how you perceive these things that determines the quality of consciousness that you choose individually, which in turn determines what will be drawn from the superconscious mind at some point in the future. You mean I mean to say that you are the beholder of your own future.